What you're about to see will haunt you. You think you know the horrors of World War II, but you have no idea. What you may find difficult to believe became a daily reality for untold thousands. This is the eeriest, most unsettling side of the war you'll ever witness. Consider yourself warned. You can't unsee what we'll reveal. World War II was without question one of the deadliest and most destructive wars in history. However, beneath the immense loss of life and widespread devastation lies a more unsettling truth. The creepiest and most disturbing depths of human cruelty reached during the war. While textbooks focus on military tactics and politics, they often fail to fully portray the true horror experienced by countless innocent civilians throughout Europe and Asia. When Germany invaded Poland in 1939, Nazi troops committed many terrible acts against civilians. Special killing squads called Einsatzgruppen followed the army. They murdered Poland's educated people and Jewish men, women, and children. These killings by firing squad led to the deaths of around 1.5 million people in Poland. One of the creepiest aspects of these massacres was how the SS men would psychologically torment their victims before killing them. In the town of Krupki, over 150 Jewish residents were herded towards makeshift gallows, stripped naked, and forced to watch as their family members were hanged one by one before being shot. Yet, it was in 1941 when the full scope of Nazi depravity came into focus. That June, Germany launched a surprise invasion of the Soviet Union, codenamed Operation Barbarossa. Again, Einsatzgruppen mobilized to carry out mass shootings of Jews, communists, Romani people, and others deemed undesirable by Hitler's racist ideologies. Over the next 3 years, they systematically murdered over 1 million people in cold blood, usually shooting victims in massive ditches or ravines that became their graves. Unexplained events and sightings were also reported around some of the mass grave sites. In a forest near the city of Lviv, witnesses claimed to have seen strange lights and heard otherworldly sounds coming from the location where over 4,000 Jews were buried after being shot. Whether these could be chalked up to pranks or had some supernatural element, they added to the already creepy atmosphere. Beneath the surface, though, an even more industrialized system of mass murder was being developed, one that utilized advanced technology and medical science to systematically eradicate millions. In January 1942, top Nazi officials met at a lavish villa in a suburb of Berlin to formally organize the implementation of the final solution to the Jewish question across German-occupied Europe. Perhaps the most notorious of these extermination facilities was Auschwitz-Birkenau, located in southern Poland. There, between May 1940 and January 1945, over 1.3 million men, women, and children, mostly Jews from across Europe, were systematically killed in gas chambers using the pesticide Zyklon B, or by starvation, forced labor, and medical experiments. One of the creepiest doctors at Auschwitz was Josef Mengele, known as the Angel of Death. He conducted horrific experiments on twins, sometimes sewing them together in gruesome human Siamese twins. Many prisoners claimed he had an unnatural, almost inhuman quality about him that struck terror in all who encountered him. In 1942, 2 Jewish men escaped Auschwitz and reported the terrible things they saw, like gas chambers and cruel medical experiments. Their report revealed the scale of Hitler's plan to eliminate Jews. This helped show the world the horrors of the Holocaust, but most countries did not intervene. As the tide of war turned against Germany, by late 1944, Heinrich Himmler ordered the destruction of gas chambers and crematoria at Auschwitz to hide the evidence. Exhausted and starving prisoners were marched westward through snow and sub-zero temperatures with little food or shelter toward camps like Gross-Rosen, Buchenwald, and Dachau. Thousands perished along the way from the brutal conditions, shot by guards when they could no longer continue, or found dead after collapsing from extreme exhaustion and exposure. Worse things hide in the shadows, desperate to emerge from the haze of time forgotten. If you need to learn more shocking truths, subscribe now. See you next time on the edge of what's yet to come.